Hello again, gamers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm the Captain, and today I'm going to be talking about the Cyberpunk Red Netrunning deck. Now, this is a peripheral I briefly mentioned in my review for Cyberpunk Red. This is the one that lets you do netrunning, which is hacking in the world. Now, here's the thing. You've got rules for netrunning / hacking in the book, but they are a bit complex, and they do require a fair amount of bookkeeping if you were to draw it all out or use homemade cards to do it. This is a great peripheral for doing that. Before I get too into it and showing you what comes in this box, I do want to say a big thank you to R. Talsorian Games for this copy of the Cyberpunk Netrunning deck to check out and review. And I also want to say I've got a ton of links in the description down below that you can check out your leisure. There's a link to BoardGameCaptain.com, a great hub for all things Board Game Captain, as well as a link to my Teespring store to get some merch. And if you're in a position to and would like to support the channel, there is a link to my Patreon. Now, what do you get in here? I'm going to read the back. I'm going to show some pictures up on screen of the cards. When a netrunner locates an access point and slots in, they enter a different world. A digital realm where black ice patrols virtual floors and demons stand ready to activate the defenses that'll flatline the crew in meat space. The netrunning deck comes with all the cards a Cyberpunk Red campaign needs to build a net architecture and run through it, straight to the bottom, including 15 program cards, 27 black ice cards, 3 demon cards, and 7 floor cards. So it does in fact contain all of that. We've got some floor cards with their nice cheat sheets there, and you can write data in on them if you want to. I personally wouldn't write on these, but those are good. Followed by, we have the 3 demons. The 3 demons are the Balron, the Efreet, and the Imp. Now, these have cheat sheets and descriptions on each of them, which is really, really cool. I like that they did that. Now, in a very similar structure to the demons, we also have the black ice. So the black ice are again, you got an illustration, you got a description, you got cheat sheets for all their stats, and how they do damage. Then after the black ice, we have the program cards. And again, you've got their stats, their cost even for if you want to buy these programs and what they do. And in each case, you've got a pretty cool illustration to represent the program or the black ice or the demon, etc. Okay, this is a fairly simple and self-explanatory peripheral. Now, if you are familiar with this game system, you know that this is a fairly involved extra piece of rules that only applies to your net runners when they are net running. And it is something that can be a little tough to keep track of. Because of that, I have to say, this peripheral is almost like a must-have for me. I mean, it's not 100% must-have. No peripheral should ever be 100% must-have, but it's so useful, so freaking useful for one of your characters when they are doing their net running that I would recommend this for just about any game master who's planning to run Cyberpunk, unless you're doing a Cyberpunk campaign where you're not actually doing any net running, which is possible but rare. But if you're going to be having a character be a net runner and the other character's backing them up while they're hacking into a system, this is like, yeah, this is a must-have for your game. This is really pretty awesome. It's going to really make it a lot easier to do the bookkeeping as you just sort of lay the cards out almost like you're doing a tarot on somebody. On the table to keep track of the floors they're going through the net architecture, the black ice they're fighting, the programs they're using or are being used on them by the demon that is running the architecture. Yeah, really good. Highly recommend it, to the point where I'm going to give this peripheral 9 out of 10 stars, which is an incredibly high score, because I do feel like I said, if you're going to be doing any kind of net running, this is kind of a must-have, which is good because it's not too expensive. It's an easy to get small little peripheral. It's just a little box of cards. Yeah, so that is my review for the net running deck. This is a quick one. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns on this product, feel free to put them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this review of a role-playing game product and you'd like to see me do more like it, be sure to give it a like, share it on all forms of social media. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Captain. That's Captain spelled with a K on YouTube. And until next time, game on.